my composure.
Hello, I want to welcome you all to the most special edition, which is we're only four in. Say hello to the bad guys because I have three young individuals who I hold so dearly to my heart. My nieces and nephew, Jayla, Sabria, and Trasan Adams. So I want you guys to just listen to them and listen to our conversation. All right, now first one, as I led you guys in, Sabria and Jayla, I want you guys to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you have been doing this summer. And either one of you can start.
Okay, so obviously I'm Jayla. This summer we were doing the Pulse program at Cooper. This it was in Camden, and it was basically a 6-week program where we were learning a bit about biochemistry. It was very condensed, but we still learned a lot. And then we were volunteering at the Cooper Medical School, so we did like rotations each week. The first week, me and Sabria were, I believe it was
Hospitals.
yeah, it was hospitalist. So we were shadowing a physician, a hospital physician, which is basically internal medicine. And then week 2, we were doing child life. Week 3, that was help me on memory, Sabria. I'm trying to ED, which is like the
Emergency department.
emergency department. Yeah. We even got to be in the waiting room for a little bit and just to see patients come in and out. We were hanging a lot with the security guys over there as well. Um, Fourth week was the pavilion. So I was with Pavilion 9, and that was basically the cancer floor over at Cooper. And then Sabria was at Pavilion, what? Pavilion 8?
8.
Yeah, which one was that?
It was the surgical unit.
The surgical unit. And then we went to MD Anderson, which is like the branch. So MD Anderson is actually like the main building. It's located in Texas. It's one of the top cancer research. So when they actually paired with Cooper, it brought in a lot more patients, and so they're getting a lot busier. And so they're seeing more people for not only the cancer research, but also um, just trauma in general because they're getting so many new patients and because they have a new lens on them now, partnering with someone that big. But I mean, Cooper was already pretty big in general, but like, yeah, they're just getting it more of an influx now. But like with the MD Anderson, we were basically with like acting as regular volunteers, and we were like giving out like snacks and like drinks to any of the patients that needed it. We were like going like in like the different we were getting a tour of the buildings and like getting to talk with some of the staff there, like some of the researchers, and they were just giving us advice. We even spoke briefly to one of the directors of the MD Anderson itself. It was pretty good, nice experience. And then week 6 we went back to shadowing a hospitalist, but my hospitalist this time was actually they had majority of the rounds in the Pavilion 9, so I was still seeing a bunch of cancer patients.
All right, Sabria, what about you? What did you like most about it?
So as Joe said, I was a part of the Pulse program at Cooper in the summer. What I liked most about it was definitely the volunteering. Like I enjoyed learning the biochemistry, especially because it's going to give me a leg up this upcoming semester at college. But yeah, I really loved the volunteering. I loved all the hospitalists I was assigned because, like, week 1 and week 6, as Jilla said, we got paired with the hospitalists, and they just were loving to share all the information they could with me. My 6th week, I got paired with a black physician, and I was so geeked about it. I got her number. We're just like if I have any questions, I want her to be a mentor, even a recommendation letter. She says she got me, even if we don't talk in like 6 weeks. So, yeah, I really love that. It helped me with networking a lot, which I struggled with talking. So it helped me open up to people more. So I really enjoyed the program.
And you're getting ready to get ghosts in a couple of days, right?
Yeah, so in seventh grade, I applied for this STEM camp essentially for like basically seventh grade girls who are interested in different STEM fields or just STEM in general, who just wanted to like learn ideas of STEM careers they could pursue. My teacher told me about it, so I applied and I got in. And so that summer before my eighth grade year, I was just enjoying that program. So I'm 20 now, and I got an email from them like, "Yo, would you like to like come over and volunteer for us?" And I was like, "Volunteer? Say less." So yeah, I'm volunteering for a week over there. I'll be in Atlantic City at Stockton University.
All right, stay out of the casinos. All right, Prasan, tell me what you're up to.
So this summer's basically just been, chapter one to my road to medical school, or as I like to call, road to NS, road to neurosurgeon.
Okay.
So this fall I switched my major from computer science to biology, specifically biotechnology. And this summer has just been a grind. I've been on campus for like the last 2 months here at FDU, and in like the June window, I took general chemistry part one, biological diversity. Those classes went pretty well. They were fun. The labs were fun. And right now, I'm in the middle of general chemistry two and molecule cells and genes. So it's just been a time of kind of kind of learning a lot about myself as I'm doing the new academic field and changing the direction of my future completely. And also just seeing how I'm spending my time by myself and enjoying the quiet campus, learning a lot. I've enjoyed the summer a lot, even though it's been all grind. I'm really having fun.
And like I mentioned to all three of you, when you first step foot on campus, that freedom that you have is intoxicating as long as you utilize your time well or whatever, because it's nothing like those first or those 4 years on campus when you're free to do whatever you want as long as you stay disciplined, you'll
Hey,
be fine.
as us going into our doctor fields, no free time anymore, especially when you hit junior year. That's when you start the MCAT prep. So me and Sabri are actually going to be studying for the MCAT this year and taking the actual like test between like the end of junior year and the beginning of our summer, and
Okay.
hopefully like beginning of phase three of Pulse.
All right, that's what's up. I had three doctors in the family.
Something I
So,
forgot to mention. Next year, I'll be doing the exact same program that Johnson Bear
Better,
graduated
yep.
from. Yep.
okay, all right. So how many years is that program? How long does it consist? Is it every year until
So
graduation?
technically, they have three phases, but it's optional to do like the two phases and then do like a phase specifically for MCAT prep. So with that, you're just doing phase one, phase two, or and then you go straight into you know preparing for your MCAT. With the MCAT optional, I believe you can do phase three, and that phase is basically I know you can do a cadaver. You're learning anatomy,
Hmm.
and I'm trying to remember what else is not
They also
hitting
kind
me
of
yet.
change the course structure for phase three
Yeah.
depending on who applied and what they already done. If the majority class already took the MCAT, they're gonna switch it to be more bulkier for like application wise. So they beef up your application for med school. But
Hmm.
like some people don't do phase threes, they stop at phase two because like the program has a thing where you do two phases with them in a row that you could do their MCAT prep course, which is gonna run throughout your college semester. It's gonna be like every Saturday.
Okay.
And it's just like a MCAT prep course, and you basically like they help you get tests for the MCAT, like prep tests, practice tests, and it's just I really like this program what they're doing for people.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can join at any point. So I know a couple people who didn't even do phase one, but they attended phase two. I think I've even met somebody who did strictly phase three. And then I've met people who've done all three phases. And I met people who've done phase two and phase three, and some people who went the MCAT route after phase two.
Okay. So now Trey, you're double dipping this year because you're also participating in track and field. You still
Yeah.
jumping over shit, right?
Yes, for now, yes.
For
We'll
now, for
see.
now.
For now, we'll see where that leads going forward. As I kind of have to put a little bit more focus into my studies because
Mm-hmm.
I am that 1 year behind. Um,
All
Well,
right.
now you're not.
well, not anymore because I'm busting out these credits right
Exactly,
now.
you're not anymore.
But
You're caught up after the summer.
I need to get ahead of the curve. How about that?
All right, I
No,
hear you. So this may be your last year doing track and field this
Potentially,
upcoming
yeah.
season.
it might be beneficial to quit before junior year because that's MCAT year. A lot of studying needs to go to that.
If you think you can manage it, go for it.
Go
But
for
like
it, but yeah,
this year, you also are gonna start volunteering at the
a
hospital and the
hospital
school.
with us at
We're gonna have you
Hackensack.
volunteer with us. All three of
Wow,
us will be at the hospital.
they've already plotted for you.
We've already talked about this though. It's nothing new.
Okay, all right. So we got at least one more year of you jumping over some shit. Are you sprinting this year or are you running?
Supposed to be, yeah.
All right. Well, you
Mm.
gotta at least selfishly, you gotta at least give it one more season because I didn't get to come see you jump your freshman year. So yeah. So selfishly, as your uncle, I want you to participate one more season, so I could at least try to come watch you in one event because I haven't seen you high jump since high school.
I can't make no promises, but we gonna see.
All right, we'll
Can you
see.
join the track team at any year?
What'd you say?
Can you join the track team at any year?
In theory, yeah, but you'd have to try out.
Mm.
But I joined like coming out of high school, so
Okay, all right. So now, getting away from academics, let's switch it up. And Trasan, you played the new college football. I
yes,
just got it
really.
last weekend, but I've only played it. I've only played it once last Saturday, and I didn't really play it that long. So tell me what you love about it and the changes and what you're up to on it.
Okay, so in my opinion, I think the thing I'm enjoying the most about it is definitely Dynasty as a whole,
Mm-hmm.
just as a game mode. Um, the best things they changed was how recruitment works and the transfer portal. So, you know, recruitment, it's much more difficult to actually recruit players. The whole recruiting skill tree, it's just not as effective as it was last year. It's more expensive and the abilities are much worse. You know, this year it's a lot more beneficial to pour into, the motivator skill tree and trying to balance out everything else aside from the recruitment. And then also they added stuff like recruiting battles, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too entirely sure how it works. But essentially, it's just when your school and another school are the last two options, of course. But you've got players flipping commitments. It's just much harder, especially if you're a smaller school, to lock down your entire recruiting board, all 35 players. If you went after 35 players, talking about the transfer portal, you have to utilize it. I feel like instead of maybe getting 4 or 5, maybe 6 guys at the transfer portal every year, you're probably gonna get like 10, 12 to maybe even like 15 if you're doing
As
it.
a smaller school,
Yep, yep.
if you're not
Any school.
Alabama or one of those programs.
Yep. And
Okay.
especially with the small schools, you might have to rely on the transfer portal rather than just blatant recruiting. Um, yeah, you lose a lot of guys to the portal as well. Like the team I'm currently using is USF, South Florida Bulls. Um, uh, it's been an interesting journey. So they've actually have one of the better rosters in their conference in the American.
Mm-hmm.
So winning wasn't really a problem, but the academic standards aren't too great. The prestige wasn't great. They don't have too many bowl wins in their history. So as far as that goes, it gets a little tough. Fortunately, though, they are in Florida, which gives them pretty solid pipelines to work with. First season, my school went 8-5.
I hear my little nephew in the back.
We went eight. There go Gavin. First year we went 8-5. We lost our bowl game. Didn't make the conference championship. Lost the bowl game. Second year, I get a true freshman, pure running quarterback, and led me to 12 wins. Won the conference. Won the bowl game. And then the next year after that, we repeated and we made the CFP, but we got blown out by Georgia in the first round. So right now, we just stacking our bricks right now. About to move to the Big 12, barring one more successful season. Um, yeah, I'm enjoying it right now. Other aspects of the game, like Road to Glory, it's fine. The addition of high school is it's interesting. It gives you another level that you could play with, but in my opinion, I'm not too high on it because instead of letting the player just play the entire game and building their stats and building their showing off why they deserve to be playing college football at the highest level, you're going for challenges more so. So you could like score every drive. Let's say you're a quarterback, you play perfect football every drive, but if you don't complete the challenges that you were assigned, like I don't know, do a backflip into the end zone, the schools aren't gonna be looking out for you as much as they really should. So if they took
Okay.
less of an emphasis on making players complete those specific challenges and put more attention to maybe like a teammate grade system, like in 2K games,
Mm-hmm.
where you're just doing all the right things and being great, that should contribute to you actually grinding more and getting better odds at scholarships for bigger programs.
So
And
is SEA the only game you playing currently?
pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I was on 2K, but that's kind of dried out a little bit, you know. Call of Duty, I've already got the max camo. There's really nothing else to do. Uh, Marvel Rivals sometimes, but it's just really not my forte.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit of Elden Ring here and there, a little bit of Minecraft here and there, but it's just only game I've been consistently playing when I've had time to play the game is really NCAA.
Yeah. Because those Call of Duty games. Oh, before I'm not even going to kill them, but I want to give a shout out to our cousin Quentin Davis, who is a freshman at Rider University this year.
Yes, sir.
So salute to him. Your right hand man,
Yep.
who you two are the ones that claim that you're so great at like Call of Duty, and always you guys are the funniest two individuals that I've ever watched play the game because you've always gotten y'all asses lit up,
Hey,
and
hey,
and I
hey.
enjoy watching y'all get blown up.
You got like tinted eyes. You got tinted contacts. You only see when I be getting clapped up. But you never see when I'm
Because
doing
when
the
do you ever
murder
put in the work? You work
all
quick.
the time, all the
Look,
time. You know what I'm
you
saying?
boys be side to side and end
Look,
up dying seconds apart from each other, which is the
hey, look,
funniest shit that
look,
I
and
enjoy
see,
watching.
people like you are the reason why we've got things called stats and kill death ratios and win loss records. I can sit happy with my 1.8 KD. You know what I'm saying? Just for a guy that plays casual, I think that's pretty solid.
All right, I hear you. All right, so girls, well, all three of you are
Mhm.
going to New York Comic Con this year. This will be what, your second year in a row going to New York Comic Con?
Mhm.
And Trey, this will be your first, right? You didn't go last
Yeah.
year. All right, girls, what do you want to experience this year at New York Comic Con? Like, what are you trying to accomplish?
I want to go see George R. R. Martin.
You said that immediately, Sabria,
Game of Thrones.
with no hesitation. You too,
I
Jalen.
wanna.
Well, yeah. And then I got a list though. So first I need to see Dante Bosco. That's childhood right there. That's the Avatar Last Airbender, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I need to see him. And then I need to see what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? I'll come back to him. One of the other guys I need to see is Charlie Cox.
Okay.
Yeah, he's coming
Yes,
Saturday
me
and
too.
Sunday, so I will be going to see him.
All right.
What's the name? What's the name? Why are all these people eluding me right now? It's a list. Like there's like a couple people. There's like
That's
two
why you
people.
should have written it down.
Hey. I need to see I cannot pronounce this guy's name. I think it's like Alkex Lee. But he does Demon Slayer, Solo Leveling, Mashli, Final Fantasy. I just need to see that guy. And then Nicholas Holt.
Okay. All right, so now you guys are talking
I'm not even done.
celebrities. You two are
I
talking
need to check
celebrities.
out every anime booth, mainly
Yep.
Naruto.
Okay.
I need to see James McAvoy.
Okay.
That's also childhood. All right. What are you saying okay for?
I just said okay.
I need to see Ming Na Wen.
Wow, you are really running down this list.
Hey, this is X-Men, all right? A bunch of them are gonna be here. I X-Men is my childhood, okay? Forget the Avengers.
Okay, all right, okay. As 20-year-olds or whatever, X-Men was my childhood. Well, no, X-Men.
Well, Mom grew us up on X-Men. So.
Exactly. Everything that you guys are watching, we consumed, okay? What is it? G.I. Joe, She-Ra, the Hellcats,
then
Transformers.
That's all
Teenage
garbage. I've
Mutant
been
Ninja
more.
Turtles. Wow.
I was more of a
No.
Justice League fan. I was more of a
Well,
Justice League
obviously
fan.
we're
I'm
DC
still
kids
DC.
too. But I'm just saying, we
All
did all
that
that.
So there are.
I'm not gonna buy anything this time, except for keychains.
yeah.
I promise my friends.
Okay.
I'll be buying autographs and photos. That's what I'll be buying.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's autograph? I mean, other than the celebrities that you mentioned, who are you looking for? Any comic book creators or artists?
Not this year, just the list that you're gonna be giving me.
Well, I'm going so this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I was always, for as long as the three of you have been living, I always brag about how great and how wonderful the three of you are. You are three of my favorite human beings in this world. And I will never stop saying that until I'm gone from this planet. But you two girls gave me a reason to shout to the top of my lungs on how wonderful you are. When last year you guys went to New York Comic Con for the first time and stood in line to get books signed for me that I mailed to you guys by John Jang, and who else did you get for me? John Jang and
I still have the note.
wasn't Miko Sawayan. Because you couldn't find Jock. Jock wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got.
Geez, I can't remember the other artists that you guys got for me. But
I can't find the list.
Don't worry about it. It was.
I do remember getting a picture for you. Like, one of them asked if I wanted to take a picture.
Actually, yeah. Now I'm drawing a blank. I'm so sorry. All right, Trey, what do you want to accomplish your first time going there?
Originally I was going to dress up with John Sabria, but we ain't going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And I was gonna wear my Koski robe, but then I thought about it. That thing's got my people in the chokehold, so we just gonna We're gonna put that aside.
You could do something else.
We're not gonna do nothing. All right.
That's the one thing
Um,
that you two aren't going to be able to strong arm him into.
I think
Yeah.
where I'm going there for, I'm probably gonna try to locate, of course, my Naruto people. Any Naruto media, I'm gonna try to find my way there. Any
Mhm.
Dragon Ball media, I'm gonna try to find my way there.
They always got
Really,
Dragon Ball.
of course. Any One Piece media, of course, I'm gonna try to find my way there. Aside from anime, of course, anything DC, anything Marvel. Specifically, if I could find like, you know, there's gonna be Batman things, of course, but
Mhm.
specifically Green Lantern. Maybe pick up some of those comics because I feel like that's a character that just hasn't been done any justice.
Oh, so you're a Green Lantern dude.
I do like Green Lantern, but I've
Okay.
had nothing to cheer for. I've had nothing to cheer for as of late.
I
Besides,
speaking of Green Lantern. I'm sorry. Continue. I'll stay out there.
besides
Mhm.
what I did see in a pretty solid movie recently, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Anything
I don't
involving the
know.
Flash, of course, and I'm not sure if Comic Con has this, but if there's any Pokemon enjoys there, I'll be there. I'll be right there
You
with them,
might see some.
100%.
All right, put it
Alright.
up. I just put you in the solo.
Hold
All
on.
right, there's a slight glare, but okay.
I'm trying
The
to
glare
see
is
how I can.
terrible.
I know. Is that
There
better?
you go. Yeah.
All right.
I think they took the picture on their camera, but I got that. Remember?
Because they wanted a picture of our outfits. We weren't even dressed up as anything. For real.
Right. It's okay though. We're dressing up this year. A lot better costumes.
All right. So now that I got you in the solo frame, Jayla, let me see some of the books that you want to show off before I jump to Sabria.
Okay, so because I can't find my other book, I will be showing off art as well. Okay, so this is the book I want to show off.
Okay.
I
All
got
right.
this sign, and I will probably, you know what? If there's anything I'm gonna buy, if I can find anything of the absolute DC universe, I will be
Mhm.
buying it
Okay.
because this has actually been like, I guess, what's the
I
right
forgot who
word?
the
It's been
cover artist
hyping me
was.
up. Sam. Sam Pierre, Williamson, Snyder, Greg Mora, Sanchez, Spicer,
Oh.
Bob Billion.
All right. And
Yeah.
what else you got?
Ooh.
Okay. Now tell me who was the artist that did that.
Me. The signature right
I
here.
know who did it. I want you to let the world know who did it.
I did this.
Okay.
This took a week.
Okay. And what else you got?
Okay, I gotta pull up this one now.
I'm gonna have to get that framed.
Yeah. Let me see, I can pull it up. Yeah, I'm gonna just have to go on my Instagram. It's easier to find it there.
No worries. I'm gonna switch to. I am about to switch to Sabria.
Look at that. That's Nightwing.
I forgot.
Also done by me.
The flying.
Okay. All right,
I will be doing
Sabria.
more.
Oh, you got. Hold on.
No. I meant like I will be drawing some more.
Oh, okay. All right, Sabria, you are up.
All right. So I'm saying we as in me, Jalen Trey, grew up on DC,
Mm-hmm.
but X-Men's still my number one, but DC over Marvel for me.
Mhm.
That's how I see it. Not movies, except the movies might have a turnaround. We'll see. But
Mhm.
yeah. So first up, Absolute Wonder Woman. I want them all. I want Wonder Woman. I want Superman. I want Batman's. The absolute universe.
Yeah,
It's just mwah. I want Flash. I want Green
they're
Lantern.
doing
Like,
Wonder Woman so much justice.
you have this one. It's Wonder Woman versus Darkseid. I love this. Okay, one of my favorite Marvel characters, Loki.
Of course.
We love Loki over here. This is
My
the Loki
favorite
household.
X-Men of
He's
all
all right.
time. Cyclops.
Touchdown.
I love Cyclops.
We
Wow,
love
I did not
Cyclops.
know that you're a Cyclops person.
We are
I
Cyclops people,
love
okay?
Cyclops.
Cyclops is also all right.
You can
All right.
hush.
Trey, who's your
Just-
X-Men of choice?
I'd always prefer someone like Gambit, but
Oh.
that's just my.
That's why you're my nephew. He's one of my
Yeah.
two favorite, Gambit and Wolverine.
See, we're on the same page.
Absolutely.
This is just
I'm a
different
Cyclops
versions of
and Storm.
Cyclops and Storm for me. And Magic. I love Magic.
Magic is awesome as well.
I love this scene because this is just after he got taken up the prison,
Mhm.
and he was basically letting this fool right here
Walking
know
him like
that,
a dog.
he
That's
means
exactly
business.
what he was
He
doing.
means business. So this isn't comics. Well, actually, I'm gonna say this first before I jump into these two. What I really want, besides like the stuff I'm building now, is so I like Green Lantern. He's not my favorite of like the main 6 of Justice League, but like I still like some of his comics. And the
Mhm.
main one I want is Darkest Night. I really love Darkest Night and
Okay.
Brightest Day. But yeah, I really love that comic run so bad. And then Dark Knight's Metal. I just want it for Batman Who Laughs. I really like that character so much, so much.
Okay, all right.
So now, what I could say was really, really my first love is this manga, Naruto. Very first one. This is a special cover. I got it at the last New York Comic
It's the
Con.
fact that Trey is the one who introduced us to Naruto, and then he never finished it, but me and Sabria finished the entire series.
Literally.
Mm.
The next one is Jujutsu
JJK!
Kaisen. I really hated the ending because I was so mad, and no one can convince me that the way it went down was supposed to be how it went down. Because even the
Never.
creator said, "I messed up. I'm sorry, but this is my favorite character, Gojo." So yeah,
I can concur. He's the best.
He's him. I'm sorry.
I like
Alright.
him.
Sakuna's
I
a
like
fraud.
Nanami. Sakuna, even though he's fraud Kuna, I still like Sakuna.
I do too.
But you guys know that your brother has never been a completionist. He'll start something and won't finish it because he's always into something else.
I give him props though. He did finish Naruto.
I did finish Naruto.
Okay, okay.
That's a long
Also,
one. Not as long as One Piece.
One Piece is a work in progress.
Yeah.
But
Don't ask me to watch it.
finish
I'll read the
Naruto.
manga, but I don't plan on watching the show.
And
While I
ahead.
do veer off from things I start, I do go back and finish them, like Naruto, Dragon Ball, Jujutsu Kaisen, even Demon Slayer. Even though I really didn't like it at the end, but that's just me.
Okay. So
I need to see the movie.
how far have you guys gotten in as far as the Ironheart series is concerned? Have you
finished
seen any of the episodes?
I'm done. Completely.
So the silence by your sisters tells me they haven't even seen one episode of it.
I was
Not yet.
recuperating. We'll be watching it tonight while I finish my hair because it's a work in progress. But we'll be finishing that. We'll be finishing Daredevil, and then yeah.
Well, that's
I haven't
understandable
watched
because
any
you
of my-
guys
And apparently, Last of Us didn't Last of Us drop? Or
Season
am I
2.
tripping?
season 2 dropped.
I didn't even watch that.
Me either.
Well, as you're
I even
prepping to
watched
become
Penguin.
doctor,
I haven't watched that either. I've been dying to watch that too.
you guys are so far behind on everything, but it's
Blame
understandable.
Blame our major.
Yeah, nah, I'm not even mad at you. at least you got your priorities straight.
I mean, we at least have the chance to go see movies. I'm happy about that. But the TV shows, I have not had time to sit down and watch it. And
Which
I've
we
just
are
been
now about to
recuperating.
segue into Superman.
Before we do,
Okay.
Comic Con 2025, Saturday, I will be dressing up as Storm because I gotta represent the X-Men.
Okay.
Obviously.
Magic. I'm going as Magic.
You're going as Magic. You're going as Storm. You know what your cousin Nicole is going as?
No.
Okay. Because you know she's gonna dress up. All right.
I think
So
if I go next year, I want to do Mel from Arcane. Mel Medarda.
You're already planning a year from now?
Yeah.
I'm going as an anime character. I'm gonna make a spider sona of him. So that's my plan. Have someone custom make a Spider-Man costume.
And that right there is why you know they're gonna be successful.
and your brother will never be cosplaying. Who were you two trying to get him to dress up as?
So we were going to be squad deep. We were going to be squad deep, okay? So I was low-key rooting for all of us to be going as X-Men characters because it was going to be me, Sabria, Trey, Kalia, her boyfriend, Bella, her sister, and her sister's two best friends.
All your college friends.
Squad deep. Yes. And then...
But is everybody dressing?
Wanted to do something else. And I'm just like, fine, but as long as everybody at least dresses up.
At least Bella's sister and her friends, they're going as Marvel characters because they're dressing as people from Marvel Rivals. That was their plan. So I was just like, you know what? We can get away with it because low-key, some of them are already doing X-Men from Marvel Rivals. It works. At least we're from the same birth. Bella's going to probably like, y'all, I don't know. She was going to do Fantastic Four. She's like, I don't know if I'm going to do that anymore. We'll see.
Yes.
So,
I don't think she's doing that anymore.
She switches up her plan every day. And so does Kalia. So who knows?
Okay.
One day I'm gonna have a
friend not even finalized.
The same thing.
So what X-Men character did you two want your brother dressing up as?
We gave him options and he was thinking Gambit. I'm just like, mind you, like if you're not gonna buy this like custom made already, you're gonna have to make it your own. So like keep that in mind for pricing.
Because me and Sabira are making it on our own. I mean, technically the piece is already done, but I kind of have to make my cape on my own. I'm still trying to decide if I want to make Mjolnir. I might, just because I want something in my hand. But everything else I have to make on my own.
I'm making Magic Sword. I have to make her headband, but I got everything else.
I don't blame you, Trey. I'm not doing it either. You're like, I love you girls or whatever. That's
I'm an artsy person. I'm like it's
I know.
I like dressing up. I dress up for every movie I go to. Unless I have no time.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't dress up for Superman, I had a concert to go to.
When you define dressing up, Sabria.
You gotta fit
I try to match the theme of the movie. So when I went to
Sinners,
Alien, I dressed up in green and black. When I went to go see Sinners, I dressed up the kind of match bros fit. I could show a picture. I went to go
your brother throwing his hands up.
You gotta fit the theme.
Hold on.
Okay, it has been a minute since
this was Alien.
We've gone to a movie together, the four of us. What's the last movie that we all saw together? It was a Marvel movie. It had to have been.
It wasn't Black Panther 2. I think we saw something else.
No.
And it was prior to you guys going away to school. So it's been over 2 years. Or maybe it hasn't been.
No, I'm pretty sure we all went to see Endgame and what's the name?
But Endgame was so long ago. We've been
This is my Sinners fit. See the blue and the hat to match.
Yeah, no, I'm saying we haven't been to a movie. I haven't been able to take you guys to a movie since you guys stepped foot on campus.
Well, there's 4 of us here. There's 4 of us here. There's a movie coming out later this month with 4 incredible family members. I think it would be perfect if we, a Fantastic Four, went to go see a movie about another Fantastic Four.
Exactly. I like what you're saying right now, because
that would
we took
mean
Troy to see Superman. That
would mean we'd have to all get to North Jersey to go to a movie down there. Because when do you come home before
Uh,
the fall season semester begins?
August 7th.
Are we really gonna wait that long to go see it if it's gonna be the four of us, or are we gonna have to
When does it come out?
July 25th, I think. Next Friday.
Next Friday. I don't get out the program till like Saturday. So like if we go up to North Jersey, I'm fine for Sunday.
We'll have to
you know
figure
I'm
something
free.
out. I won't be free next weekend. And Trey, you got classes on Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
So then that would mean it would have to get pushed back into that following Friday. So you'd have to avoid spoilers for an entire week if we were all to go see the movie on that following Friday.
That'd be
Okay.
easy for me.
So
Same here. I'm being honest.
okay.
I only get on like social media and like bursts of every 2
when I'm bored.
All right.
Exactly.
So within the next 2 weeks, we'll figure it out in the group text. How we're going to try to do this. We'll figure it out. And then now with all that said and done, we got 2 more topics, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. The next one is I want your opinions. Well, I know how you guys felt about it because you guys all texted me immediately, and I don't know if you saw the last episode 3 of this when I was talking with 3 of my guys, and I mentioned that all 3 of you said that it was the greatest comic book movie that you guys have ever seen. So, without spoiling it, well, look, it's been out for how long now? Over a week. I haven't seen it.
They had their chance. You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't had a chance. Jayla. I haven't had a chance. I'm gonna go see it this weekend.
Okay.
If I don't see it tonight, I'm going to see it tomorrow. If I don't see it tonight, I'm going to see it tomorrow. It's just the heat has been hella hot in Delaware.
Yeah.
I'm not venturing out in this 90-degree heat or whatever, even if it is just to walk to and from the car to the movie theater. Now, I'm not doing it. So, if anything, I might catch it tomorrow morning early before
Gotta go when
the
it's
sun
really
peeks
cool.
his head out.
Either you have to go really late or really early.
Yeah, because you guys know I don't do crowds. So I'm well past the age of going on a Friday night or whatever because I'll just as quickly punch somebody in the face for talking too loud. And I'm not trying to do that.
I feel like our crowd.
What'd you
When
say?
did we go? We went around like 1:30 and we saw it in 3D. I feel like our crowd was pretty good. If I'm being honest.
Sunday
Everybody
too.
was, all of us were cracking jokes. Everybody's whispering to the people next to them.
It all depends on the day and the time that you go. So I'm very crowd averse because some a quick story a few years ago. This was a while ago. There was gonna now you know what, because it's too the story has inappropriate language and I don't mean just cursing or whatever, but somebody in the theater made a comment that was way too inappropriate. So I'm not even gonna say it, but there was almost a riot in the theater because she shouted out what shouted out during an intimate scene or whatever, and that didn't sit well. So I'm gonna leave that alone or whatever. And but
was giving Saltburn.
Okay, so tell me about.
I don't know
Superman.
if you know that reference.
Tell me about Superman.
All I have to say is I felt it was very comic accurate. The people who don't like it because they felt it was too kiddie obviously have not read a comic book in their life. And I don't get this DEI situation either, because I mean, Big Blue is the immigrant, but
All right, Sabria, what say you?
I really, 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 really enjoyed this movie. I was geeked. I was whispering theories to Jenna next to me. Every time we locked
yeah.
eyes with Trey, we're just like, yep, yep. So I really liked the movie. I thought they did it really well. Like, I like the dynamic between Clark and Lois. Like, it was just amazing. And like that the villains actually gave Hater. Because, like, in my opinion, DC does their Hater villains better than Marvel.
Way better. Except for Thanos.
Bro literally goes to this random stranger every year on his birthday just to mess up his life. Like, diabolical.
Well, actually, who's worse, Reverse Flash or Thanos?
Uh, Reverse
Reverse
Flash.
Flash.
Reverse Flash.
He committed his whole life to hating. His whole life is committed to being a hater.
How do you
All right,
erase a
then
whole
Reverse
child's
Flash or
existence?
Sabretooth?
Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash. Sabretooth, I think I could maybe at
Maybe,
least a
but
little bit see his perspective. Reverse Flash has no reason to do what he does. And he still chooses
no
to do
reason at all.
it. Eobard is a crazy man.
All
But
right.
yeah, like that movie was amazing. This, like, I will say this is like one of the only times where they do not downplay like the side characters. Like, I will
Yeah.
never shut up about the fact that Loki was not using much magic in Marvel, and it pissed me
They
off because I
really
love magic in both Marvel and DC. Like, it's one of my
Mm.
favorite
they
parts of it.
fumbled literally all of the Asgardians. All
Thor
of
was
them.
literally a
All of them.
joke. Like, where is this? Like, what are y'all doing with Thor? Like, I like Thor in the comics. So, like, what are y'all like? Stop making him so goofy. Like, nobody's here to see that. Whatever. But yeah, like they don't downplay the other characters' like abilities. I feel like they did a good job at showcasing everyone's abilities while still making sure everyone knows who's like the top dog here, essentially.
Okay. All right, Trasan. What about what's your take on Superman?
10 out of 10. I feel like I got the strongest opinion of us three. But like I said, I I I thought that was the best like superhero movie I've watched. And even if it wasn't, I couldn't think of 5 others that were better. As far as just straight superhero films, personally, I can't think of 5 more that were better.
And
I
that's
really enjoyed
crazy
it.
because I've been taking you guys to the movies since the first Avengers film came out.
Yeah.
We also got to think about it like this. Ain't none of us Avengers kids. Ain't none of us.
All right, I hear you.
Even
I hear
then,
you.
I've never really liked Superman either. So I feel like that
Same.
really
That's okay. Well, I like Superman, but like he wasn't my top dog in like all of DC. It was like for me, it's Wonder Woman, Zatanna, um, Dick Grayson, because I like Batman, but I like his kids more. Constantine. Who else? Oh, I can go on, but moving on.
Wow.
um and and then as far as the side characters go, they were excellent. Straight excellent. And
Exactly.
the
Exactly.
few
It
the
gave
few
me hope.
heroes the few heroes they did decide to use alongside Superman,
Mhm.
perfect. All 3 of them executed very well, and one of them really stole the show for a little bit, and
Yeah.
it was terrific. I loved it. Yeah, and then as far as the villain goes,
Top tier.
absolute absolute cinema,
Give
absolute
that
This
man
cinema.
is
his
the
props.
only.
It would
This is out of
he
context, and you'll only understand if you watch the movie. But 1A, like I
One
needed more
A.
of that.
he killed that role. That's all
Okay.
I'm gonna say. And a lot of people might, I see a lot of people claiming, oh, they made Superman weak because of how early altercations in the movie went. But
Mhm.
in reality, if you think about who he was fighting,
Was he
what,
really weak?
was he weak or was he just
Okay, I got
matched?
it. Like I said, I was always planning on going to see it, but I was gonna go see it on my time or whatever because
You're a
I've
Marvel
seen enough
guy.
Superman movies. Yeah, I am. And when it comes to DC, I'm a Batman guy.
that part too.
So, and on top of the fact that I liked Henry Cavill as Superman,
You
so
see,
I was kind of in my
I'm,
feelings when they decided not to bring him back.
I have something to say to that. Henry Cavill, he was nice. I think he did a good job. And this
One of
goes
the
for the
better
guy who
actors from the
played
original.
Superman in Smallville too.
Hmm.
They did a good job of what they were given. I really liked them as actors, and I liked how they played Superman. But that wasn't Superman. That was too edgy
Okay,
in a
that's
sense.
an,
The people were calling like edgy and kitty. Like, if you want to say like any of the Supermans that were played are the most like Superman, it's this latest iteration, in my opinion, because it's just like they were trying to, and I feel like this kind of coincides with like how DC were kind of navigating how the characters are going. As soon as Injustice was introduced, and then they started playing with the different like storylines and like
mhm.
trying to make Superman more of a darker character and a little bit more evil. That's when they kind of fumbled the ball when it came to like the movie interpretations, where it's just like that's not really Superman. Superman's all about hope. He's not really supposed to be like Batman. It's not supposed to be like that.
If you want a gritty
I don't
Dark,
person,
know.
that
Dark,
dark.
yeah.
Batman's right there.
Like
Batman's right there.
they can touch on deep in like darker storylines, but it's just like he's all about hope. Like if you were to give him a lantern ring, that guy would have what, Sabrina?
The blue one.
Exactly. Like yeah, is blue hope or is that life?
Blue.
Blue's
Blue's
hope. White's
Blue's
life.
hope. Yeah, white's life. Well then yeah, he would be a blue lantern. Like either way, the cameo. I mean, it's already announced, so it's like ain't nobody can hate me for that. But my girl, what is her name? Game of not Game of Thrones, but
Supergirl.
Millie
House of the
Alcock.
Dragon. What is her name?
Millie.
Millie Alcock. First off, I really loved her character in House of the Dragon, and to just see her playing Supergirl, I'm already excited for it.
It's
Like
gonna be
me,
so good.
me and James Gunn both saw the vision. Like as soon as I
Mhm.
heard like who were like the people even like
Being
considered being Supergirl,
considered, it was her. She was
it
gonna
was her.
take
It
it.
was automatically her. I'm sorry. She was taking it. And then when I saw her wearing the trench coat, I immediately knew what storyline they were going to go with. And I'm here to see it. I would be sad.
They've already announced that her movie is coming out in 2026.
Yep.
Mhm.
And apparently Wonder Woman's supposed to be coming in after.
They're
And
looking
then last
for they're
Batman.
looking to cast Wonder Woman now.
Yep.
So they're gonna look far and wide. Trey, why'd you give a thumbs down a few minutes ago?
Oh, when he said
Henry Cavill.
not Cavill directly, but Man of Steel. After watching the new Superman movie, I'd like to imagine that movie never happened.
Wow. That's where we going with
No,
it?
no,
I'm
because like
being
I
honest.
agree. Like can you compare? I watched a lot of Superman content, even though like Superman wasn't like my fave. I still loved his character. So I watched
Exactly.
Smallville, and there were times Smallville was my favorite version of Superman, besides like the animated series there was out there. But like I like Smallville better than Henry Cavill's version because like as Joe said, he was giving his gritty version. I'm just like he feels kind of stale as Superman. Like they weren't the same. And like there's certain aspects of a character you look for just like so you can resonate with. And if I wanted someone gritty, I'm going with Batman. If I wanted a person who wouldn't mind killing their adversaries, I'm going to Wonder Woman. I want Superman for his hope, his nerdy jokes, and his charisma. That's it.
So he's the Marvel Captain America. Just
Yeah.
so pure of heart.
He's our big blue Boy Scout.
Okay. Okay. All right. So Trey gave it a 10. What did you two give it?
It's a
So
10.
the thing that's
I
killing
can't-
me, or
I have to say before we get into that, I know Trey said that was his like the best superhero movie he's seen. I have to like I can't group myself into that because it's just like I like Black Panther. I'm always gonna like Black Panther. That just holds a dear place in my heart. I mean, you saw the drawing. I just love Black Panther. That's like one of the characters I actually messed with in Marvel. Like if there were like characters like I'd have to like choose out of Marvel to be my favorites. I'm not picking the Avengers. I'm going with the X-Men. I'm going with Black Panther. I'm going with like Thor and Loki. That's
fair,
it.
fair,
That's
fair,
it.
fair. I've never
Maybe
been
the
an
Guardians of the
Avengers
Galaxy a
person
little
either.
bit in Spider-Man, but
I've always been an X-Men and Spider-Man, yeah, and
I'm with
Black Panther. And then I was never real. I liked Thor also, but I was never really an Avengers guy. And then I got on to Moon Knight late, but now I'm heavy into Moon Knight.
Moon Knight's
Yeah.
great. And then like that's kind of with me with like Daredevil. I really started getting into Daredevil, especially. That's exactly why I want to see Charlie Cox, because I feel like he did such a good job. And I'm really glad they didn't
Next
go
show.
the original route they were gonna go with.
Watch
With, like,
season 3. I mean, the season. Watch the season of Daredevil that you missed.
I will. We're like, where did we leave off? I'll think about that later, but yeah, I plan to finish it. Trust. We're doing it tonight.
Okay, all right. And
A
when you guys
marathon
get
before
done,
Bria goes.
when you guys get done, call me up and we can have our late night conversations like we used to. All right, now we're gonna finish. Oh, before we even do that, now the Fantastic Four is getting ready to drop, and we're about to get into the Doctor Doom era. What do you guys? I think I mentioned this prior in one of the prior episodes. What do you think is going to be Doom's motivation when he gets introduced into the MCU?
Doom and Tony Stark are one of the same. Their egos are to the sky, okay? Like they're egoists, and if I'm being honest with the way that they have Wanda set up, I hope they go with the storyline of him basically stealing her powers.
Wow, that's where you're going with it?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Sabria?
I like that version too, but like honestly, I could just see him like. So it's either he's gonna come for Wanda's powers, or he's gonna come for dude from
Oh
Strange.
yeah.
One of the biggest things was he wanted to be Sorcerer Supreme.
Well,
So
yeah,
that's he
But
is.
Strange isn't Sorcerer Supreme in currently.
See,
Not
there's
the
like three. There's three
Wasn't it his? Yeah.
Wong, right?
Yeah, Wong
Yes.
is the Sorcerer Supreme.
There's three different versions I can see happening. He either comes for Wong or Doctor Strange. He comes for Wanda, or he comes for the guy from Thunderbolts. I forgot his name.
Sentry.
Yeah, those are the three storylines I see happening.
That's a problem I don't think he wants. So you
But
don't
he
think
still
he's
has
powers
the
though.
God
He
Emperor?
stole his powers once before though,
Yeah,
And he
it's been done
created
before.
right?
Will they follow
Mhm.
true to that storyline?
I don't know, because he's such a new character. I feel like the best people to go for would be Wanda and or Doctor Strange / Wong, just because I feel like with Wanda it'd be a help to like reset her character, but at the same time, I know somebody in the writers' room wants to do House of M. And it's just like with the mutants being in this new movie, it's just like, what's going
I
on?
don't think they can go.
I don't think they can do it. So it's just like as much as
With
I
this
would
is Secret Wars. They do Secret Wars before they did House of M.
yeah,
That's
I
what
just
it
don't
is.
see it happening.
I was
Which
thinking,
sucks.
all right. So as far as like the three of you, Trey, you said you've seen all of Ironheart, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you two. It's been widely known for years before they released Ironheart because it was filmed so many years ago. So you know who they were introducing at the end of it, right? The big villain. I don't want to say that individual's name, but do you guys know who the villain was?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So with that being said, one of the things that I was thinking was I'm tying the end of Ironheart into the Doom saga as far as Marvel is concerned. And in one of the storylines, this individual, well, Mephisto, we're just gonna say it, Mephisto. He's in possession of Doom's mother's soul in hell. So in one of the storylines, Doom teams up with Doctor Strange to go to hell to fight Mephisto for his mother's soul. So I was thinking that would have been. I'm like, could they actually do that in this in the Avengers? Which is probably not going to happen because there's way too many. That's a storyline that they can't do because there's way too many individuals that they've already announced that's going to be in it. So my thing was, I said it 2 episodes ago. One of the things I was thinking that he might do is they introduced Shang-Chi on that big Marvel rollout. So I was thinking he's going to go after the 10 rings. Then once he tries to collect the 10 rings, then he was going to go after Miss Marvel's those power bangles. He's going to start collecting all of those because he can't Wanda destroyed the Darkhold. So he can't go after the Darkhold, so he can't learn the Dream Walk. So he's going to start collecting those things or whatever on his pathway of becoming MCU's version of God Emperor Doom.
Here's the thing, though. Loki's also in this movie.
That was running around in my head.
Loki's also in this movie, and I'm just like trying to figure out what are they gonna do with that.
You see, did you guys watch some of the IG theory videos that I've been sending you, right?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah. Some of those theories are kind of interesting or whatever, as far as like Loki's concerned and some of the other, like, do you believe that Tony Stark is not really Howard Stark's son? Well, you guys didn't follow Iron Man and everything else or whatever, but the thing was because Tony Stark was actually adopted.
That's a thing.
Yeah. If I believe so, Tony Stark was actually adopted because he was actually the Starks were expecting a child, and don't let me mess it up or whatever. They were expecting a child, but somehow or some way, and this is why Jonathan Majors, not being Kang anymore is kind of sad or whatever. But Jonathan Majors, well, I'm not saying him. Kang at some point supposedly murdered or came back in time or something like that and manipulated it where the Starks lost their child that they were supposed to have, which forced them to adopt Tony or whatever. And well, this is one of the theories or whatever, because Tony was supposed to become Victor Von Doom. Tony was supposedly Victor Von Doom before he was adopted by the Starks. I think they were saying Kang manipulated it so because he saw in the future how powerful Victor Von Doom was supposed to become. He was supposed to rival him. So this was his way of eliminating Doom before he actually became Doom.
I heard a different one where it was like they switched
bodies.
bodies.
Something along those lines. Now I could get like the facts or whatever jumbled or whatever, but it was something along that. So that could be a theory, but it's kind of interesting theory or whatever. But that is pretty interesting. So, all right, we are going to wrap it up with this. Now, as much as I have bragged about the three of you for almost the entirety of your lives on how wonderful, well, look, I have 5 nephews, 4 nieces total. I love every single one of them. Every single one of them. And I try to be as great an uncle to every single one of my nieces and nephews that I could possibly be. And I always tell a bunch of my friends and even people that I work with how wonderful the three of you are and the stories that of the memories that I've created with the three of you. And like a bunch of them, they don't, sometimes they just, nah, that's not the Ed that I know or whatever, because that dude is a fool and everything else. So I asked you guys come up with one uncle nephew, uncle niece moment that is forever etched in your brain. One of your favorite moments of hanging with your uncle, and it don't matter who wants to go first. Just let's have at it. And I'm gonna tell you guys each mine with the three of you.
I'll go last.
Okay.
I already feel like I know what she's gonna say.
So,
All right.
I got two specific scenarios, but they're kind of about the same thing in a way.
Okay.
So many moons ago, when I was, little boy, I've mellowed out over the years, but
yes,
back in
you have.
elementary school, I was a wild kid in elementary school, and I was messing up. It was rough. I was tripping classmates, missing out, just ignoring some schoolwork, and just being a pain for my teachers. And one day, my mom called Uncle Ed. She just said, "Just take him." Just take him.
So I had to come hold my baby sister down and come scoop you up.
Scoops me up, and I'm like, yeah, I get to spend some time with my uncle. Like, it's about to be so fun. Got down to Delaware, went straight to work. It was terrible. I at that time I hated every bit of it. It was so bad. I was out with Uncle Ed. I forget specifically what we were doing, but I said
we were getting ready to after I put you to work. We were going to finish out the night by going to a high school basketball game because one of my right hand man, dude by the name of Tyre Ponzo Meat, was getting ready to play a game, and we were going to go check it out before we went home.
Hey, I was like, "Hey, Uncle Ed, like, I think we should go back. I think it's time to wrap it up." Said, why?
No, here's what you did. You asked me to borrow my phone. So I gave you my phone, and you called your mom, my little sister, and was like, "Mom, can I please come home? I promise I won't be bad anymore." And I'm sitting there in the parking lot laughing because you were copping please. Like, "Mom, I promise I won't be bad no more. God, please come home." And I took the phone, and she's sitting there laughing like, "Yo, what did you do with that boy?" I was like, "I just put him to work." And lo and behold, you may have had some slip ups here or there or whatever down the road or whatever, but it was never like before after that night.
Yeah. And then second one, I would say, after my freshman year of high school, we had like a sit down conversation. Freshman year was the all virtual year because of the pandemic, and it was I adjusted terribly. I adjusted horribly to being all virtual. The grades slipped bad. And then we had a real.
You weren't the only one. A lot of kids that had a poor adjustment to it.
But me and Unc had a conversation, and me, Uncle Ed, my mom, we had to sit down, and I guess
just say mom. We know who. We all know. She's their mom also.
And it's sparked. I guess it just sparked some in my brain that, like, okay, let's start taking this serious. And since then, I've been doing pretty well in school.
Amazing in school.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I've always said that I'm gonna be y'all biggest cheerleader from afar and up close. And the young man that you have become, I am beyond proud of, or whatever. And I can honestly say me and you, like, I threaten you all the time or whatever, but you know there's never no venom behind it. I threaten to beat you up. I threaten, yeah, I threaten to take your PS5 from you on so many different occasions or whatever, even because I keep saying, yo, I'm the one who copped it for you or whatever. So if you act up, I'm going to snatch it. But of all the threats that I've ever given to you throughout the years, I've never followed through on any of them. They're hollow threats, and at this point, you got to know that that's the case, or whatever.
Yeah.
I just say it to be saying it. I just assume punch you on your chest than I would to do anything else or whatever. But even that, I can honestly say I've never even done that to my nephew. You've never given me a reason to, other than when I had to take you and put you to work. But other than that, yo, yeah, you've been a class A nephew, and I'm happy. I'm so proud. All right, Jayla, you're up.
Okay, so mine, I kind of forgot. I just know that this was during the time when Sabri was off on our science, like like a science program during the summer. Trey was off at a football training camp. So like everybody was doing something, and I was just sitting by myself home, bored.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you and Aunt Monica taking me to your family reunion.
Her
and
family reunion in
yeah, her
Maryland.
family reunion. And that was honestly one of the most like fun times I've ever had, because I felt like the word isn't included, but I didn't feel alone.
Mm-hmm.
You guys made sure that I, had something to do, and I wasn't sulking in my room because my siblings are all doing something fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just there. It's that, and then I think
that was when you met your Aunt Monica's older sister had a goddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
And the two of you, the moment that you two met,
we were literally sticking together everywhere.
Yeah, y'all, because you two were the only two around that age.
Yeah.
So the other kids were either older or younger. So you guys hit that happy medium age where, oh, all right, I got somebody I could rock with.
That's where I was deluding myself into thinking I can swim just because I had goggles. Mm-hmm. We were literally going in and out of like the pool, because they had in the hotel they had like the indoor pool and then the outdoor pool, but they connected it where we can go under from the inside to go on the outside, and we were literally just doing that around and around. I think another one was like the field trip, the family reunion. I think it was the first one. We went to Florida. Yeah, I think we were in the car with like all the kids. Well, you weren't in that car because it was Chauncey, driving us. And I forgot who else was in there, but it was all of us kids. And everybody just started crying because we were on that long bridge, and it started thundering. But I remember when we got out, like we were all hungry, and we're like,
hold on, with the long bridge, you talk about the Chesapeake Bay Bridge?
Probably. I never know what it's called, but it's the long
it's the one that's right over the water. It goes from like Maryland. And look, I've been on that thing twice. The first time I've ever went on it, I was in college with my man Corey, who was on the last episode. We were going to our college had a trip to King's Dominion, but we didn't ride with them. We rode it. Me and him rode together, and he took me over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and I did not know that it was that low to the water and everything else.
I think that's what freaked everybody out.
Yeah, because I remember just cursing him out. I'm like, "Yo, cool, get me the hell off of this bridge. I'm dead ass serious," and I was not feeling to this day. That was the first time. The second time I went over it was a few years ago, and I refused to drive over it. So I jumped in the passenger side, leaned the seat all the way back, and then took a nap because that bridge is like 10 miles long. So
ridiculous.
Yeah. But it cuts your travel time significantly.
It does, but I don't like the fact that it had no rails.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody was just driving. No.
Yep. I'll go the long way before I ever take that bridge again.
Yeah.
All right, Sabria, where are you at with yours?
Okay, so the first one was back when I was itty bitty. So I think what happened was you told us all to like pick a movie because
Oh yeah.
like we're supposed to go to movies and we all wanted to go see different things. And I really, really wanted to go see Godzilla. So we went to the movie. Went to the movie theater and we're watching the movie, having a good time. And then we get to the scene where like this dumb lady wouldn't close the door.
You still
And
calling it
so
dumb.
my little kid brain was like, maybe if I yell it loud enough, she could hear me. So I'm yelling, close the door in the movie theater. And I'm so surprised no one else was telling me to be quiet or to shut up in the theater. But like I was screaming, close the door. And then we came back and you were telling everybody that I was yelling in the theater. So yeah, that was
Wasn't
one.
nobody gonna say nothing because then that was when I was my younger self or whatever, and we'd have been boxing in the theater or whatever. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to my nieces or nephew. I don't care how old or how young you are. Nah, I'm gonna crash out for you. And what was your next one?
Okay, so these last two are more recent. So I believe it was this one. I just called you randomly because like I was getting comics. Like I wanted to start buying comics for. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
this one, another Loki one. I think I got
I remember that
Green
Loki
Lantern one.
book.
And so I was asking you like which one should I get or if these look good and basically like just talking to you about comics and it turned into a longer conversation on the way home and like I really enjoyed that. And
That's what's up.
the last one, I was crashing out over my organic chemistry grade. I could not understand how I ended up with that grade. I was like, this doesn't make sense. And I was calculating every score I could have gotten on the final to get that grade. And I was like, even with the lowest score, that grade still wouldn't even
I
happen.
remember.
And I was just ranting to you and to mom. And you were basically just trying to reassure me that even if that's the grade that I somehow gotten, that everything would be okay. Like, you know, everything would be fine and
Yeah.
just chill out. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my grade wound up getting fixed, so I was happy. But yeah, just
So
a little glitch.
yeah, nah, and that's I've always one of the titles that I've always loved more than anything was being an uncle or whatever. It's just the joy that I have hanging with you guys for since you were born is something that I would never give up. And my like I said, and you guys have heard these stories before, but my favorite one with Trey was coming to get you one weekend when you were a little kid, and you just kept jumping on our bed. And your Aunt Monica was like, Trasan, you better stop or whatever. She's like, did your mom let you do this at home? And you were like, yep. And you just kept jumping. And I turned around and I punched you in your chest. And you went flying on the bed. And I didn't hit you hard enough to knock the wind out of you, but you actually thought it was fun and jumped back up and was like, yo, do it again, Uncle Ed, do it again. And that's the one thing I'll never forget about Trasan Adams is that's the only time I've ever put my hands on you in that form of fashion, other than giving you a hug or a handshake or whatever. I just remember punching you in your chest because I keep saying one day I'm gonna punch you in your chest, and as a little kid I punched you in your chest, and I can't get arrested for it. And the girls, you two, the moment you were born, we were immediately scooping you up weeks after you guys were born and bringing you to Delaware to hang out, whatever. I mean, literally newborns. And I've driven a lot of cars in my life, and having the two of you in the baby seat in the back was the most stressful, the first time, the most stressful time I ever had driving at any point in my life or whatever, because I had the two of you in the back seat, and that car was never heavier than at that point, because now I got two little lives other than my own in the back seat that I'm responsible for to make sure that I can get you guys from A to B and back to A safely. And yeah, that drive was stressful for some odd reason. I understand, but I didn't understand. But you guys have spent so much time with me over the years, and like I said, you guys know the story or whatever. My favorite, well, two stories. When you guys turned one, your first birthday, and you two were in your feelings for whatever reason. I have no idea, because I didn't get to your birthday party to watch you guys just absolutely crash out. You two were in your feelings. So as we're parking and walking up, we're going in your grandmom's house and your grandma Gloria, and we're walking up the driveway, and I hear both of you just crying and screaming at the top of your lungs. You two were in your feelings, and I have no idea why you were doing it. So we walk in, and I see Jayla first, and she stops crying immediately. It just comes running into my arms, and I pick her up. And Sabria comes around the corner from out of the kitchen and towards the front door, and she sees me. Now I got both of you in my arms, and everybody's sitting there like, all right, everything is fine now. Uncle Ed just walked into the house, because the both of you stopped crying immediately. And for some odd reason, something as simple as that is something that I always remember. And the next time, you guys had to have been maybe 4 or 5. And that was at the time when me and my guy Tony, we were coaching AAU basketball. It was initially around one of the first times our AAU basketball program had started up. And we just decided to schedule a tournament one weekend in Willingboro. And just a regular tournament. And the only reason why I did that was because it was a chance to see you guys. So we're in the gym. We're in the Levitt Building gym. I forget what they changed the name of the school now or whatever. Because it's not Levitt anymore.
James A. Cotton.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So
yeah.
So we're in that gym, and we're getting ready to play a game, and I see your mom and your grandmother bring you two in through the door. And at that moment, you guys didn't realize that you were where you were going. You were just with your mom and your grandma.
Oh.
You saw me on the other side of the court, and both of you just took off running and ran right into my arms. And those were the moments that I always remember. Other than you guys just wearing me out because you guys have more energy. Trey, you were easy because it's only one of you. When you get 2 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds for the weekend, and then my dumb ass will hock you guys up on sugar. Man, that's a deadly combination. Two
I still remember when you introduced us to Duck Donuts, the best donuts.
You know what? You're right. But actually, I introduced you guys. Yeah, Monica introduced me to it or whatever. I had no idea what that place was until we went to her family reunion in Virginia. That's the first time I had ever had it. So I was like, immediately I was gonna all right, let me put you guys on to it. But beyond that, I'm thankful that I've had the chance to spend the last almost 90 minutes hanging with 3 of my most favorite individuals walking this planet. You guys know how much I love you guys eternally. And last thing before we even say goodbye. I forgot this one. You two were such a bundle of energy. And that when your grandmother had the timeshare in Atlantic City that year, and we all went as a
I knew you
family
would say this one.
trip, a family gathering, and we had a bunch of rooms in Atlantic City. And rest in peace to my baby brother, your Uncle Phil. He decided, he was like, I'm gonna take my nieces because you guys were in the room with me. He was like, I'm gonna take my nieces, they're gonna hang out with me. Enough with chilling with Uncle Ed. And he came and got y'all and took you to his room to hang out or whatever. And less than, it couldn't have been no more than 10 minutes later, all I hear is a knock on the door. So I go answer the door, and it's the two of you standing in front of the door, and he shoves both of you in the shoves you both in the back into my room and walks away. I was like, yeah, you thought it was sweet or whatever, but that's what I remember. He was like, nah, you take it. He was like, I want the quiet. But I've had fun with you guys since I was introduced to the three of you. I had fun today just conversating with you, and this is the conversations that we normally have anyway. Sometimes we talk comics or movies or anything else. Your guys' opinions of movies somewhat align with mine, except for the Superman one, but I can't say whether or not I'm going to agree with Tristan and say it's a 10 out of 10 without seeing it. So I got to see it in order to co-sign it. But
it's definitely a 10 out of 10, but as far as DC fans.
Wow, see, that's crazy that you guys are giving it a perfect score.
Well, you know how strict I am.
Doesn't usually give 10 out of 10, but I give 10 out of 10.
I'm a very harsh critic. If you don't at least, like, for me, you have to, like, hit, like, I'm gonna just go with like the Spider-Verse terms. You have to hit the canon events. If you don't hit the canon events, it doesn't matter how well written the divergence of like the movies or shows are. I'm not gonna like it to its max because you basically strip the character of what they are and who they are and what they represent.
I got to see this movie because, Sabria, what did you give it out of a 10?
10.
Whoa, 3 for 3.
Chauncey thinks we were gassing it, but I don't know. I think it was the perfect rating for it because it was so comic accurate. It felt like a comic book. I know you guys, I know everyone thinks that Thunderbolts felt like a comic book. My opinion, no. But this movie here,
I love Thunderbolts. I wouldn't have given it a 10.
I just know a lot of people are saying it felt like a comic book, and that's where I'm like making the comparison at. It's just like this one felt like a comic book, like straight out of like a Superman comic.
You know what's crazy? I didn't even give Black Panther a 10, or I don't think I've ever given any movie a 10. Truthfully, in my opinion,
well, I gave Black Panther a 10.
Well, no, I mean, mine was up there, but like, I don't think there is a perfect movie. There's one that is yet to exist. In my opinion, Black Panther came close. Hell, Sinners came close.
I do remember you saying that, yeah.
Yeah, Black Panther and Sinners came close, but 10 is such a high bar. I think, yeah, that's kind of tough. To give it a 10, but I gotta see it. And I will. And I will give you an honest rating once I do see it. But that is kind of tough for me to see you guys all go 3 for 3 on 10 out of a possible 10. But I trust your opinions or whatever. You like what you like. So I want to thank the three of you for hanging out with me. And girls, watch it tonight and call me tonight. Your brother had to cash out. or whatever. He was out in that heat, so I don't blame him on campus. But
Yeah.
girls, I will talk to you guys later, and I thank you for hanging out.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you, Hank. You guys, I love you. I love you, and that's all. I'm not gonna embarrass you online, but all right, girls, you have a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.